Alright, here we are at the house at Suncrest. I'm going to do a little walkthrough, kind of give you my take on the house. I think the street is pretty nice. It's quiet. I've been here, I mean it's the afternoon on a Tuesday, but I've only seen maybe 5 cars drive by here, a couple drive by here, some turn up there. So for the most part this is a pretty quiet location tucked away off Adams Avenue, which is the main kind of thoroughfare. Not the main, but it is a thoroughfare. So streetwise, it's nice. The house has awesome curb appeal, very charming, very on par for the neighborhood as far as a nice looking house. And the house here, the roof is 4 years old, he told me. All the stuff looks pretty new except for the concrete work, that looks original. Everything's painted. The electrical panel is, he told me that the electrical, I talked to the guy on the phone, he told me that the electrical is new throughout, and you have a 100 amp panel here. You see it's 100, which is awesome because I know these houses didn't come with that. So that's been upgraded at some point, which is what you want, at least 100. 200 is probably the max, but 100 is fine. You could even have an electric car with that. This stuff is new. This stuff was just painted. New mailbox and small stuff like that. As far as the house, you're mentioning the floors. The floors kind of creak because he told me that they're original floors. So it's just nice. I mean, the floors, for being original, they refinished them, but they look very nice. The fireplace here is kind of nice. I like that it has a gas line going to it. Right there, you could see a gas line. You could put on fake logs or a burner and more easily light wood, or just leave it as it is and just burn wood only. The has a thermostat here, one of those smart Nest thermostats. It's kind of nice. You could put those on any unit, but they've already set it up for you. Everything nice finishes, nice paint, nice trim. I like the kitchen. They did a nice job in here with the higher end fixtures and appliances. Frigidaire is a good brand. They kind of got the soft close doors, which is nice. You can tell they didn't totally cheap out on anything like that. Going into the backyard here. What I like about the backyard is you feel like you have some privacy. Only a couple windows there look at you, and this one window, but that guy looks like he's never opened it. And then, you know, sitting down in any of these chairs or being in the backyard, no one's really going to see you. And furthermore, you kind of have a nice view of some sky right here. Other places you might look, the backyard might back up to a huge building right here and just block you out, make you feel like you're blocked in. So this is kind of nice how no one's going to build here. You're going to have a nice sky view. Sun comes in here. You got some nice sun in the backyard. The time here is 11 o'clock. So, you know, nicely lit backyard at noon. This is the washer dryer area you're mentioning. It's got gas, which is great, hot and cold water. Little side storage space. I mean, you could even, well, I can't really expand this out because of the window, but put some things there you want. This is something I called the guy out on. The reason there's water in here is because there's not a cap covering it. You'd want a little roof kind of like that, just coming out of here, and they're gonna build that and put that on here. But most houses that are like this thing goes down kind of far. You know, that much of water in here, they're gonna pump that out. It's not a big deal if it gets removed, you know, in a few days, which it will, he told me. But you know, this goes down to the crawl space under the house. So there you go, you can see, I can't really see myself, but they're gonna pump all this water out. They said this has happened at other projects that they built, and it's just because it's rained recently quite a bit here in San Diego, and they didn't have a cover on it. So they're gonna pump that out and cover it, and it should never really get wet under there anymore. The garage is nice for a garage this age. Open it up. Couple openers. And you got a nice driveway here. You could put probably a car in here. It might be tight, but definitely park right here and have a couple guests over if there's no parking on the street. right now at noon on a Tuesday, there's not a lot of free parking out front, but luckily this has its own driveway for at least two cars, 3 cars if you include the garage. It's a nice garage. I got a buddy who lives just 10 houses up that way. He rents out a garage like this. I think he makes a couple $1,000 a month just through Airbnb, but it has its own kitchen and a little bathroom on it. You can tell the paint here, you could tell they painted over it, so they didn't really replace the siding. But you know, they painted it with a couple layers, and I think they might have sanded some spots. Kind of did some work on it. The fence they painted. You can see there's the original in there. So, you know, just a lot of paint and cosmetic work they did. The fence seems fine otherwise. It's not like it needed to be replaced. Again, the underside of the roof looks pretty original, but in good condition. It's just the top. The more important part is the top. The shingles is 4 years old, and a 20 or 30 year roof. That's going to last you quite a while. And then going back inside here, I like that the kitchen has. You get some daylight in here, and you can see some sky from the kitchen. So, kitchen window here. At least you're not looking straight here at something 2 feet away. You kind of have at least a little bit of a distance, but you are kind of close to that house. It's just the nature of the area. Homes are small and close together. But this one has a nice view kind of corridor through there that you can enjoy. You're gonna need a new fridge. Plan on that. Bathroom. This bathroom's really nice. Nice fixtures. His and her sink. They did a good job in here. So the plumbing, he said most all the plumbing is new, except for the plumbing coming into the house and the sewer line, which they inspected, and it's clean, or it's in good condition. But we're gonna have our own inspector look at any home that you want, whether it be this one or a different one. I just thought I'd give you a little video tour of a home that you've been in and that now I've been in, so we can like be on the same page about seeing a house together. Crawl space up here. This is why it's open, so you can fit your body through there. Get up there in the attic, whether you want to put in new ceiling lights or a different light fixture. You can get in the attic and access most of the top of the house, which is great because my house doesn't have that. I wish it did, but this gives you flexibility. Put ceiling speakers in, whatever you want to do. Crawl space will let you get to it. Yeah, other than that, it's a pretty small house, so there's not a lot to film. But I mean, the windows are new. They're dual pane. You know, energy, keep the heat and cooled in or out, and the sound out. So I think it's a nice house. It's just a matter of trying to figure out the price and you know what you want to do. So that's it for the video.
The place has come up a lot since then. When we moved in,
Yeah.
it was really rough, and we were vandalized all the time.
Yeah.
We had gang members living in the apartments over there, and
Sure.
we've worked with my neighbor across the street, and
Yeah.
we've cleaned the place up a lot.
Yeah.
And this used to be part of the Route 2 bus turnaround, and it was just miserable for about the first 2 years because every 15 minutes there'd be a bus coming through, and
Sure.
they parked there on Kansas Street, and they'd use our yard as a toilet. They just come out and piss in our yard. And so, you know, we got rid of them.
Yeah.
And that was the one thing that really cleaned the place up, was
Sure.
getting rid of the bus turnaround.
Okay.
So they're gone now.
Uh-huh.
And the lady who lived here passed away earlier, late last year. And she was a great neighbor, real quiet, never had any problems. And
Sure.
they made a beautiful job.
Yeah, it's really
the place
nice,
up. They
isn't
really
it?
did a great
Great
job.
curb appeal.
Yeah, and so we're stoked at the fact that they're asking $649 for this because it reflects, really well on our property values.
Yeah.
We're nowhere ready to sell yet, but within the next 5 years we might be able to
Sure.
think about it. But that's where we're coming from.
Okay, great. How long have you lived here?
19 years in May.
19 years.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
My name's Ray.
Hey, I'm Nick.
Nick, next to
All right,
meet you.
nice to meet you.
Okay.
Great. And you can walk to a lot of things around here.
Oh, we walked to the Ken Cinema down in Kensington. It's exactly a mile away. Have dinner at the French restaurant across the street. Walk home. Blind Lady Ale House is there.
Yeah.
Down 30th Street, that's Brewery Row. We've got about 5 different breweries down there.
Okay.
On 30th between here and say Thorne Street down in North Park.
Yeah.
And the whole place has just turned into a really nice place to live.
Great. Awesome. Well, thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Good luck. Nice to meet you.